Hi friends, so today I am inspired to discuss and explain about a very interesting topic. So the topic is divine feminine and rejection. So along the twin flame path, we have the concept of divine feminine and divine masculine. So in this video, I'm going to address not only the twin flame path and the people who are on the twin flame path, but also general women in general. So today I want to explain a little bit in depth about this. As the divine feminine, many of you will resonate with this experience of being rejected by the masculine in your life. Okay, so this could be experiencing a rejection from your parent, like your father figure, or your brother, or your friend, or your employer, or your relative. It could be any male figure who has rejected you. Okay, and the divine feminines in the twin flame community are more likely to go through this experience. I will explain why in just a minute. So the divine feminine energy is a very high frequency energy. It's just light, it's just pure light. Okay, so when the divine feminine energy incarnates or is present on this planet, it tends to attract a lot of lower energies, a lot of negative entities, because the negative entities are looking, they are parasitic in nature, they are looking to drain energy, they are looking to dim somebody's light. And the divine feminine, or any woman who holds the aspects of the divine feminine, is like a huge lighthouse. Okay, so the negative entities are attracted to her first, and the way they approach her is not in their authentic self naturally, because they will get rejected. So they disguise themselves as this light and lovely people, and that's how they try to infiltrate her reality. So this happens at workplaces, this happens in personal relationships. So I am describing the journey of the divine feminine, okay? The journey of healing of the divine feminine. So negative entities and dark and light energy, they have this experience, they have this relationship. The dark energy always feels attracted towards the light energy for the purpose of reintegration. Alright? So now the energy that is attracted to the divine feminine, or any woman who's holding the light aspects, could be the shadow masculine or the shadow feminine. It could be anything, but these are shadow aspects that are looking for integration. On the other hand, even the divine feminine has wounded aspects within herself, which is why she in the first place magnetizes shadow masculine aspects, be it in men or be it in women. So it happens both ways, because if any one party is healed in the relationship, okay, the experience doesn't occur. Okay, if the divine feminine has fully integrated all aspects of herself, then the experience will not occur. Vibrationally, they are not compatible. So there are wounded aspects in both the shadow masculine as well as the shadow feminine. A lot of times the shadow masculine will reject you as a divine feminine, not because there is something wrong with you, but usually because you trigger his issues. You trigger certain shadow aspects within these people, whether they be male or female, but this video I am making mostly about the shadow masculine. And they will start hating you. Sometimes they will not even know why they are hating you, because this is happening on subconscious levels as well as conscious levels. So you bring up all their shadows, you bring up all their issues, and rather than looking at themselves and self-reflecting, introspecting, and loving themselves enough so that they work on their issues and they heal their issues, what they will do is they will project on you. Okay, and the self-rejection that they feel within themselves, they will project on you. Alright, so this is one reason why you might experience rejection through shadow masculine characters in your life. Second reason is they will always validate the shadow feminine but reject the divine feminine. They are probably doing this because one is to project this artificial sense of devalue on you. Second reason could be because they are having some sort of a transactional relationship with the shadow feminine, due to which they appreciate the shadow feminine, but it's not coming from a genuine place, it's just transactional. And third reason why they would project rejection on you whereas validate the shadow feminine is because the shadow feminine accepts and validates the dark aspects, okay? And the shadow feminine does not truly accept the dark aspects, but the shadow feminine accepts the dark aspects because in her mind that is the best she can get. All right, so it's like if a person is suffering from addiction but is providing for her financially, she will accept this person because that is the best she can get at her level where she is at. So the reasons why both the parties, the shadow masculine and shadow feminine, accept each other and validate each other are not genuine. They're completely transactional, they're completely codependency based. Alright, so there's no real love there, and after some time you'll find that this man who validates this shadow feminine in front of you will go and cheat with another person. This clearly shows that there is no genuine love. It is just a fake relationship. So these are the various reasons why a shadow masculine would project rejection on you. So many times the divine feminines in the twin flame community or in general women will feel that there is something less with themselves, like there is something lacking within myself. So when such a thing happens, you have to really take time out for yourself, because this could be real. There could be many aspects of yourself that you are working on, but that doesn't mean that you deserve to be ridiculed in any friendship. If it's a genuine friend, if it's a genuine lover, a genuine relationship, then they will point out the deficiencies in you in a loving and a respectful manner, in an encouraging and a supportive manner, not in a manner which ridicules you or tries to lower your self-esteem or covertly attacks you. These are all stinky shadow masculine traits, and they really sting bad. So yeah, so that is what I had to say, why the divine feminine experiences rejection from the shadow masculine. So many times what happens is this pattern of rejection starts in childhood, okay? And when the pattern starts in childhood, it is very difficult to heal, because the damage that happens to the child, the girl child in childhood, happens on subconscious and deep unconscious levels. So this person is trying to get validation from the male figure in her life. It could be father, brother, relative, friend, anybody. And in the process of seeking validation, while the other masculine figure projects rejection on this woman, on this girl child, in order to get validation and support, the child will reject certain aspects of themselves. So they will reject certain aspects of themselves and seek validation and get the validation. So these become fragmented aspects of yourself. So these become unconscious aspects of yourself. Later on in life, what happens is we grow up as women and we tend to attract the same type of people, the same type of rejection experiences in our life. Why do we attract these experiences? Is because our soul is looking for integration. Energy always tries to find balance. Polarity is always trying to find balance. So the masculine and feminine aspects that make up a true self are always looking for reintegration, wholeness. Okay? So that is why we attract these people who would mirror back to us in a polarized fashion those aspects of ourselves which we have rejected during those traumatic experiences that we went through as a child or as a young adult. We have to always remember that whenever we experience any negative emotion, there are chemicals and hormones that are released in response to that emotion. This happens also with positive emotions. For example, serotonin, okay, dopamine are released when we are feeling very happy, we are feeling very confident, we are feeling very energetic. Whereas when we are feeling low self-esteem, when we are feeling fear, chemicals such as adrenaline are released, and many other negative hormones are released in our system. So if these negative experiences happen during childhood, these are very difficult to heal, because first of all, it happens at the level of the subconscious, unconscious, and secondly, it causes a lot of chemical damage in the body. So this is why it's very important to be with your child, really take care of your child and educate yourself as a parent, because you have to be aware of the environment in which you're placing your child, your family environment, your relatives, the school environment. Traumas can occur anywhere, and you have to have a deep relationship with your child, be it a girl or a boy, to make sure that they are in a healthy mental, emotional state. So many times we also see throughout history that the divine feminine has been defamed. The divine feminine has been defamed by certain groups in the society because she was trying to rise in her power, she was trying to educate other women, and she was trying to bring change in the society. I recently had one such experience in one of the WhatsApp groups. So there were a few male chauvinistic and shadow masculine energies who were attacking me because I held an opinion that was different. Now, a divine masculine would be in such a state that he would state his opinion, and he would also listen to another person's opinion, even if he disagrees with that opinion. All right, but you cross the line when you start attacking the person, when you start targeting the person, and when you start ridiculing the person. So this was a clear experience of bullying, and I'm telling you this because this is the kind of experiences that the divine feminine experiences. And in the group, there were not only men who were displaying this shadow masculine characteristics, but there were even women with the shadow masculine. See, most of the times, the reason men develop shadow masculine traits is because these traits are not corrected by their mothers and their family members and their wives. So we as women play a very important role in nurturing the shadow masculine. First of all, within ourselves, in most cases unconsciously, and also within the men in our life, be it our husband, be it our sons. So if we talk about women empowerment, we have to start that within our homes. I would like to give you another example also of how this rejection and integration of lost aspects of the souls plays out. For example, recently I attracted a male friend in my life, and this person was actually not a friend, but he had ulterior motives, and he wanted to infiltrate my reality. So he came with a fake persona, he came with a fake identity. Now, as you might know, when you make friends, having a busy schedule, it does take time to get to know somebody. So that is one factor. So I had all these red flags pop up, and I knew that there was something fishy with this person. But being a curious type, I have a lot of interest in people, and I like to study people. So finally, after 2 months, this friendship ended. And it ended on a note wherein I rejected a certain aspect in this person. And actually, I was not directly attacking the person, I was not directly rejecting the person. I just mentioned this aspect so that the person grows, the person sees their fault. But they got very triggered, this person got very triggered and started projecting onto me, attacking me. So I had attracted the shadow masculine energy, the shadow masculine person in my life for a reason. And what was the reason? And why did I continue the friendship for 2 months even though I had doubts and even though I had red flags? So this is a very, very important thing that I'm going to discuss now. You attract relationships because there are certain aspects within you that are looking for reintegration. When it came to this person, there were at least 6 rejected aspects of myself, soul fragments, that this person was mirroring, which I had to see and which I had to heal within myself and re-embody within myself, so that I come into a more whole state between my masculine and feminine aspects. So, as a child, I had not received the kind of validation that a child deserves. So, in an attempt to get validation, what I had done was I had rejected certain aspects of myself. For example, I had rejected the identity aspect of myself, who I am, and I had rejected the discernment aspect of myself. So these two aspects in astrology are considered as aspects of the sun. Okay, because the sun signifies your identity and the sun signifies also discernment. Okay, so when we have professional relationships, personal relationships, we always use these two aspects of identity and discernment to determine which people we should work with, whether it is professional relationships, personal relationships. Even when it comes to things like admission in a private school, we see the process of interview or a job interview, and people choose based on identity and they use discernment. Same thing happens in personal relationships. But I had rejected these two aspects of myself. Like, consciously I knew about it, but I couldn't really assert my boundaries. I couldn't assert my identity boundaries. I couldn't assert my discernment because I had this unconscious pull towards this person. Okay, so now this occurs when we have rejected aspects of our souls or shadow self, and so we attract a person or a friend who overemphasizes this identity and who projects rejection on this other person. So that is where the polarity happened in our interaction. Like, I was just suggesting an improvement to this person, but since this person had a polarized sense of identity, extra stress on their ego, like too much ego, so we have these polarities interacting together, so the relationship doesn't work, the friendship doesn't work. And in a place where I was supposed to discern the negative identity of this person and I was supposed to distance myself, what happened is this person projected rejection on me. Okay, so now why do we create such negative experiences in our lives? Because I had to integrate the aspect of who I am, my identity, in a deeper way. It was the next layer. I have done a lot of work on myself, but this is simply the next layer. And I was supposed to discern that this is beyond my boundary. You know, this is not the kind of friend I would like. But this was a difficult process because this person came with a fabricated identity at first. But still, when I had the red flags, I should have distanced myself. But there was an unconscious pull which was happening due to rejected aspects of self. So when I validated my identity, that is when I was able to let go of this person. When I reclaimed those lost aspects of myself, that is when I was able to let go of this person. So in reality, what happened is, it was not this person projected rejection on me because I was the one who did not love myself. Because if I had loved myself, I would discern that this is not the right friend. If I had loved myself, I would be the first one to reject this friendship. And so I would not have the negative experience. But since I did not assert my boundaries, I did not reclaim these aspects of my divine masculine of discernment and identity, I had this negative experience and I had the experience of rejection. Because the type of people that I am supposed to reject from my reality, personal or professional, I'm not rejecting them. Why? Because I don't love myself enough. Because I don't respect my boundaries enough. Because I don't value my identity enough. And these are all layers of your subconscious and unconscious that are usually formed during the early parts of your life, and this could happen even from past life. You know, we carry wounds in our energetic system, even from our past life. So this is some deep insights I would like to explain ahead. I have explained today, because these things help a woman to take back her power, to start creating positive relationships in her life, to know the reasons why negative experiences happen and why we attract negative friends in our life. Because until the deep reasons are understood, we keep attracting the same type of situations, the same type of negative people in our life, until we reclaim the rejected aspects of ourselves. This can also happen in the opposite way, where you are a negative person and you project rejection on others, okay? And you are the one who, does all the distortion and the manipulation in the relationship. Now, this also means that you are not going to have the experience of a balanced friendship. Your friendships are not going to last, your relationships are not going to last, because at some point the other person takes back their power and realizes who you are beyond the fabricated identity that you bring into the relationship. So the only solution to this is self-love. Because only when we don't love ourselves, we don't work on ourselves. If we really love ourselves, we will look at ourselves and look deep into our subconscious to check our behavior, okay? And that is how we help to make a better world, spread positive vibes in the environment. Because we don't only require an environment that is clean on the outside and a lifestyle that looks like a high standard lifestyle on the outside, okay? You have to be high standard on the inside, which means you have to heal your mental and emotional selves as well. So I hope you all found a lot of value in what I shared today. My topic was divine feminine and rejection, why we experience rejection, soul aspects integration, how to create positive relationships in our life, how to reclaim our identity, own our boundaries, and execute discernment in our relationships. All right. So I hope you all have a lovely day, and I will see you soon with some more videos that add value to your lives, some more videos that empower you as women. And since my channel is a lot about twin flame ascension path, I will also make videos on this, but this channel is also for women and empowerment. You don't have to be a twin flame, you don't have to be on the twin flame path, you don't even have to be on the ascension path to be on the path of empowerment, okay? Because finally empowerment is self-love, and self-love itself is the ascension path. Self-love itself is the twin flame journey, irrespective of whether you want to be with your twin flame in this lifetime or not. That is totally up to your soul and the place that you are on in your journey, and not everybody is on the same place, and that is totally fine. It is not about titles and it is not about judgment, but everybody has something unique to contribute to this world. Now, I happen to be on the ascension part, I happen to be an illumined twin flame. So somebody could be a leader of a women's group, somebody could be owning a business, a big enterprise. So you have to find what is your calling in life, and you have to work on that, because that is your identity, that is your legacy, and that is your sense of power in your life. All right, so I hope all of you have a lovely day, and blessings to all of you.